Thank you all for coming. Those of you who are here who have shared this out. I'm going to keep this video up on the page. So for anyone that you know that was not able to make it, by all means, send them to the link. The healing that's going to be happening in this video is going to continue on no matter how many times you watch it. Hey, Adila. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you made it. Let's see. Peaches Turner. Hello. Thank you for coming as well. Thank you guys. Thank you. So I'm Toneka, if you don't know. I'm the owner of Manifested Realities. We are a product and service-based company. Today you will be experiencing the service arm. So I am Reiki certified, Akashic Records, crystal healing. I got my crystals here. I have today with me, I have green fluorite. It's for clearing energy, which we're definitely getting into today, along with balance and growth. And then I have some other abundance crystals here in front of me as we get going for today. I've been doing this work for a while. I've been receiving this work for even longer, and I hold space for Black women, all people. Because I am a Black woman, I know like the types of things that we go through that are passed on, right? Ancestral trauma that we had nothing to do with. I do believe that for my audience, we are our ancestors' dreams. What's up, Stephanie? We are our ancestors' dreams. Like they prayed to have women in their line that were as strong, as powerful as we are, but it gets heavy. Sometimes it gets heavy. And I don't have to tell you, I'm not going to go into deep details about the current state of things. We all know it's heavy. It's heavy for us. It's heavy for our families. It is heavy for our friends, our coworkers. We're wondering, gas is high, food is high. People are losing their jobs to AI, right? Just all types of turmoil going on in the world. And Black women are the light that carry it, the light for everyone else to raise their vibrations. And so for us, I started this work because who is reigniting that flame for us, right? When we don't have the time to do so, when we don't make the time, when we feel guilty for making the time for us to reignite our flame. And so today's session is name the pain, reclaim the flame, right? So what I want you to do for your intention today or right now is to name whatever it is that you're going, whatever that pain is for you right now that you're going for. I want you to put it on the table in front of you, right? And that's going to be the intention of what we're going to be letting go through this meditation, through this healing meditation. And so if there's anything for anyone that might be bold enough that would like to put what that might be in the chat, I welcome you right now to do that. I'm going to go forth in the meditation and name that thing and address it during the healing meditation. If you don't, that's completely fine. If you've named it, you've already set it out there for us to address, right? And so like I said, I thank you. I'm grateful that you've come to join us all today for this circle. And we're going to go on and get started. Like I said, get comfy. A few things I want to point out for meditations that people just feel like has to get done. You don't have to sit still the entire time. If you need to adjust, you got to itch. Somebody calls your name. You want to close the door. You forgot to silence your phone. Don't be hard on yourself. Give yourself grace. Get back in, get settled, take a few breaths and get back into it, because whether you move or not, what I got going on is going to continue on, right? It's not going to stop. So don't feel so rigid in where you're sitting. If you decide to lay down, if you're lying down, you decide to sit. Don't worry about all of that, okay? So how we're going to start is I am going to create a safe container. Let's see, Adele says, release past relationship in which person is possibly remarrying. Oh, clarity and purpose. I love that. Yes. Let's see. Stephanie says, a large part of my pain is grief for the passing of my mother. Oh, And we have Mother's Day coming up, and I lost my mom too. So we're both gonna go forward with all of that. Thank you so much for sharing, you guys. Thank you so much. So we're definitely gonna address those for today. Right. So let's go on and get settled. Like I said, if your mind starts to wander, anything like that, come back to the breath. I'm gonna create a container for us all, a safe container in which I'm gonna ask that your ancestors come forth to guide you, to help you, to heal you, to speak to you, encourage you, light your path. If you've been wondering next steps, right, I'm going to ask that they do that as well. We're going to eliminate all of the crap from the container, and then I'm going to walk you into some deep breaths, and then we're going to start the meditation. You will hear me in the beginning because I'm going to do some aligning of the chakra work. And there may be times where you won't hear me. Just know that I'm here. I am doing my part. If I detect anything coming up for anyone, if any of our guides say, hey, someone is not drinking enough water, they're not having enough vegetables, right? I need you to speak on that. They won't give me a name. They'll just say what the thing is that needs to be addressed. If it lands for you, fine. If it doesn't, that's fine too, right? This is a group session. All right, so we see yes. Okay, an agreement and clarity and purpose. Yes. All righty. So, like I said, go on and get settled. And if you like, you can close your eyes. I may or may not close my eyes, but you certainly can get comfortable. And let's get into it, y'all. All right. All right. So let's start with those deep breaths. We're going to start with 3. I'm going to count them up. I'm going to count you up, have you hold, and then count you back down. Okay. And as you're taking in your inhale, think of it as taking in your inhale in 3 sections, right? Your lower stomach is where we're starting to expand your heart area, and then expanding the shoulders back to get in a full breath as much as we can. Okay. All right, let's get started. All righty. Okay. Deep inhale through the nose. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top. 2, 3, 4. And exhale out the mouth. 2, 3, 4. Another inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Another breath. Deep inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. And exhale. 2, 3, 4. Another deep breath, the biggest one you've taken all day. Deep inhale. 2, 3, 4. And hold. 2, 3, 4. And now release it. Drop it. 2, 3, 4. All right. If you, during those breaths, have felt any tightness anywhere, upper shoulders, your neck, your lower back, feel free to adjust, roll it around, open it up. Okay, I see we got some release in physical ailments, self-doubt, and uncertainty. Thank you for sharing that. Okay. And now, at this point, I'd like to call in a beautiful, divine white light to enter this space, surrounding each and every person hearing my voice right now. This is a healing, divine white light covering and protecting them, removing from this space ego, worry, doubt, anxiety, the need for instant answers and gratification, removing that as well. And I'm sealing this space as a sacred healing space for everyone listening to me right now. I'd like to call in any ancestors who would like to offer healing or a word of encouragement or advice for anyone attending and listening. Their master teachers, their spirit guides of their highest magnitudes, any archangels coming like to come forth today to assist in this healing for anyone attending. You're welcome here as well. You're welcome here. And we thank you for joining us today. Okay. I'd like to call in more of this warm white light entering in through the top of head, through the crown chakra, clearing, repairing, and aligning crown chakra, fostering closer connection to God, to source, clearing out any doubt of messages received, wondering if they are in fact a message for you. Asking right now that any connection to you, God, any message that you have, you speak a little louder. Sometimes we are so busy throughout our day that your faint voice of love and encouragement is not heard. So we'd like signs, big, bold, bright neon signs that you're with us, you're connected to us, because we want to be connected to you, and we're grateful for you and thankful for you. Calling in more of that white divine light entering in through crown chakra, passing crown and settling into third eye. Clearing out that third eye, clearing, repairing, and aligning a third eye. Our third eye is also a connection to source, the sight without seeing with our eyes. Clearing that out. That when we see a thing, we know that we see a thing, and we act on that thing that we see, whether we can see it with our eyes or not, our physical eyes or not. Calling in more white divine light in through crown chakra, filling that with white light, flowing to third eye, flowing past third eye, and now settling in the throat chakra. I'm going to sit here for a second because I got a little thick in my throat as we were approaching here. So we're going to clear out, repair, and align this throat chakra. And it's feeling heavy for me here at the back of my throat, almost on the verge of tears. There are some things that have not been said, that have been like a lump in the throat. Some words that feel very, very heavy that have not been spoken. Clearing, repairing, and aligning throat chakra. We're going to send some more light here. Feeling a little heavy on the right side of my head. There's some overthinking going on. These words that need to be said are uncomfortable to say. They may even be words that you cannot say because the relationship is closed, but you're feeling like I should have said X, Y, and Z. I offer this practice to you to write it all out as a letter in your journal. Everything, every little nasty thing you'd like to say, release it all, fold it up and burn it, and send that person light and love. We want no harm for others, because we know that when we send out harm for others, it actually comes back multiplied to us. And so we're releasing this is a relationship that would be hard to release. Calling in more white light here to throat chakra to get some more healing done here. And I'm going to magnify this white light to fill the throat, front to back, top of the chest, filling that up there. The words that are difficult to speak, there's definitely some stagnant energy here in the throat area. I'm still feeling very heavy in my throat. There's a lump in my throat of words. It's like a lot sitting there that's not come out. And so I'm going to sit here even longer, because I'm being told to sit here while some more healing work is being done here at throat chakra for things that have not been said, things that have not been addressed. Energy is moving. Okay, and I hope that you all still hear me. I'm getting an error on my computer that my connection is unstable. That's how we know that the energy is shifting and moving, when technology starts acting. I am still here. The energy is still going. We're still connected. If you drop off, do not worry. I am still sending. You're still receiving. But we are going to sit here a bit longer at throat. I've already invited you to journal on these things that need to be said. Pray on how to address these things that need to be said. Choose your words carefully, but be completely yourself and be completely honest in your delivery. Energy is still moving here. I'm going to call in more white light at throat chakra here. And I'm also going to bring in the energy of clear quartz crystal, which is a magnifier. It's a master healer. And I am going to set a clear quartz, that energy here. If you would picture it shaped like a diamond sitting at the center of your throat. And on each inhale, that clear quartz shines brighter. Each inhale, it shines brighter. And the brightness just grows and grows and grows. We're going to set that there to continue the work on that throat and on that energy as we're loosening that up still. And now I'm going to call in more white divine light in through crown chakra, passing third eye, passing the throat, and now settling into heart chakra. Clearing, repairing, and aligning heart chakra, front to back. Okay, and of course, because I felt the thickness in the throat of things not said, throat and heart are very connected, because when we're saying too much or we're saying too little, it impacts our heart. And so we're going to sit here for some clearing out in the heart chakra. If you would like, you can place both hands over your heart and take in some deep breaths in through the nose and out of the mouth as this healing work is sitting here at center chest. Opening the chest for each inhale. Now we're going to call in more white divine light into that heart space, because there is some sadness, there is some grief for loss of loved ones, maybe friends, maybe a job. There is sadness. We're all carrying the sadness at this time, and so we're going to work on that as well. Fear, clearing that out. Uncertainty, questioning. And as this work is being done here at Heart Center, I want to remind you that you are not alone, that you are loved. Going to invite you to, after this session, to create a practice of yourself of mirror work. In the morning, before bed, when you pass a mirror, pause to encourage yourself, to tell yourself how much of a good job you're doing, how much of a great job you're doing. Remind yourself of your strength, of your courage. Remind yourself that it's okay to cry. If at this point right now, maybe that's some of the heaviness I'm feeling right now. Tears are a way to relieve a lot of heavy energy that you may be carrying. It is healing to cry. Your ancestors do notice when you cry. Ask for help. Ask for guidance. If you're feeling alone, then speak that too. But in your mirror practice, for sure, make that a practice going forward, to stop in front of the mirror and really encourage yourself. It feels awkward. Look yourself in the face and say all the things that I know that you say to other people. I know that we have a bunch of encouragers, family and kids, telling those people not to give up, that you see them. Turn that on yourself. Okay, so I'm feeling the heart. The heart is definitely releasing. That's clearing up. So now I'm going to call in more white divine light in through crown, passing third eye, passing throat, still doing work there at throat, passing heart, and now settling in solar plexus. I'm going to clear, repair, and align solar plexus chakra. This is our gut here, our gut instincts. We're going to do some healing work here for gut health, some possible stomach issues. Remember to drink your water. Dark leafy green, where, spring heading into summer, dark green veggies for you. Feed your body well. Eat to live. Our solar plexus is our knowing, and our gut, what we know for sure. We may not be able to explain it, but trust that there. Okay, the messages I'm receiving for solar plexus is eating better, more water. I'm seeing a lot of green. Green juice, green vegetables. There's a clearing going on right now. A rinsing. It feels like a rinsing. So we're gonna let the guides do what they're doing right now, because some have stepped forward to handle this for us, and there it's like a rinsing and a wringing out, a cleaning, a rinsing, and a wringing out that's happening right now. Remember that after this healing, to drink lots of water, because the healing energy is going to continue on with you even after this call ends. We're going to let them to keep going with that a little bit longer. Our gut is where dis-ease in our body starts. So that's another reason why it's very important that we eat for life, eat for living. Guides are still doing their thing here. So I'm going to let them continue on. Take a deep inhale with me. Deep inhale through the nose. And exhale out of the mouth. Another deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Another deep inhale through the nose. And exhale out of the mouth. And I got a message of less sugar. Don't know who that's for. Okay, now we're going to continue on, calling in more white divine light in through crown chakra, passing third eye, passing throat, still doing work at throat, passing heart, passing solar plexus. And now we're settling into the sacral chakra, which is a couple of inches below your belly button. This is our place of pleasure. So we're going to clear, repair, and align sacral chakra. And we're going to do some work here. Around pleasure. I invite you right now to envision what that looks like for you. And if something doesn't come to mind immediately, we need to work on that. It could be sexual, but it could be many other things that fall under the umbrella of pleasure. What is that for you? Are you making sure others around you experience pleasure? Spouse, significant other, children, family. What is that for you? This is something that I am picking up. It's hard to come up with answers for those attending right now. So I invite you, this is another journal entry. What does pleasure look like for me? Outside of the norm, outside of your ordinary, outside of hair, nails, petty. What does pleasure look like for you? Why is it difficult to name a thing for yourself? Oh, I'm feeling guilt. I'm feeling a thought came in and immediately guilt rushed in. So we're going to release that now. Taking a deep breath with me. And exhale. When the thought of pleasure comes in, I want you to hold on to it. I want you to let it fill your body in this moment without judgment. Be childlike with this thought. Be creative. Think outside of the box. No limits, no glass ceiling, no cap, monetary or whatever. What is that? I want you to embody that visualization of what pleasure is for you right now. And I want you to, in your third eye, see it and run with it. What does it look like? What does it feel like? How does it taste? How does it smell? What does it have? Like all the things, all the senses. Fill your body up with it right now. Feel it and expand it. Feel it and expand it. We're going to keep feeling this and we're going to keep expanding it. This here has got me feeling lightheaded. I'm curious to know who has felt the guilt. We'll get into it after this session, but I'm curious who might have felt guilt around the idea of pleasure. Continue to feel it and expand it. I feel the energy moving and working. So you're doing a great job. It is okay to feel pleasure for yourself. It should be normal. Normalize it. I see. Guilt of, I had a feeling it was mommy guilt. Guilt of why should I have it when I try to focus on my son? Because you're worthy of it. You're a child of God. You have God within you, Goddess within you. And you're worthy of it. And you're setting the example for him or her or them that this is what they should be practicing for themselves as well, instead of looking for someone else to fill that for them. So for sure, journal about that. What does that pleasure look like? Why does it feel easy to give it to my son when I know that he wants it for you? All right. So let's continue on. Let's call in more white divine light in through the crown, passing third eye, passing throat, still doing work at throat, passing heart, passing solar plexus, passing sacral chakra, and now settling into root chakra, clearing, repairing, and aligning root chakra here. And we're going to definitely spend some time here with our healing, and I invite the guys to Whatever pain the person listening on the other end has spoken or typed into the chat, I'd like to address that here. That they get some grounding going. There's uncertainty, there's worry, there's fear, there's wondering, oh, this thing might happen, this thing has happened. The what ifs. The what ifs are having them feeling like they're walking with cement shoes on. It's feeling heavy. It's feeling like, how do I go? How do I step forward? Which direction do I go to? It's feeling like feet in mud. And so we need some guidance here. We need some healing here. We thank you for this healing here. We're calling in safety. We're calling in abundance above and beyond what we've ever seen. We're calling in miracles. We're calling in instant miracles. Snap of a finger, miracle. 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 Healing. Instant. Time does not exist. Instant. Answered prayers. Calling in more healing here. This white light, I want to fill each and every body here. On each inhale, the entire body, the light magnifies. And on the exhale, it starts to reach out from their body. Inhale gets brighter. Exhale, it expands further out, filling up the room that they're in right now. Inhale gets brighter. Exhale, this light fills their entire home. Inhale gets brighter. Exhale, the light fills their city. Inhale, the light gets brighter. Exhale, the light fills their entire state. Inhale, the light gets brighter. Exhale, the light fills this entire country, wherever they're located. Inhale, the light gets brighter. Exhale, the light spans the entire globe. They are seen, they are heard, they are grounded, they are steady. They walk with you. They are protected. Front, back, side to side, top and bottom, protected. Okay. If you've been resting right now with your eyes closed, I want you to rub your hands together, get some friction going in between your hands. And you can cover your eyes with both hands. Slowly flutter them open. Look left to right, up and down. And when you're ready, you can remove your hands from your eyes. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Stretch your back if need be, some shoulder rolls, body rolls, whatever feel good in this moment. And as you're adjusting, I was called to pull a card or two. We'll see. We're going to see what we get today. And while I am getting my oracle cards together, if there's anything else that you'd like to share in the chat, by all means do so. Let's see. Stephanie says, less sugar. That's me. Less sugar. That mommy guilt is serious, baby, because listen, we will bend over backwards and can't sleep at night because we're terrific mothers of our children, kids we haven't even birthed, people on this earth. Y'all know how we do. One of the crystals that I have here is desert rose. I picked it up and I walked around this crystal store 3 times empty-handed, but I felt something was calling me. I don't know. Let me see if y'all can see it. But speaking of mothers, I was called to pull this today for you all. So at first glance, it just looks like a rock, right? I'm trying to get a good angle. But when I look at her, I see 2 breasts and I see that she's pregnant. She's carrying. She's carrying. And then you're really probably not going to see this. It's not going to do it justice. But on the opposite side, she's holding a baby. It's like her arms on each side. It's her head to the top. She's holding her baby. My camera's sucking. Trust me when I tell you. All right, so let's see. I don't see any new comments in there, but of course, as you feel inclined, by all means, share what may have come up for you during the meditation. I see Adela says, I keep telling myself I'll get into a relationship after he graduates high school, but I don't feel like I can focus on anything else besides doing well at work and making sure he's taken care of. I feel you on that. I have a 14-year-old son, and I have stopped telling myself that. By all means, I'm not going to try and tell you what you should be doing, but there is a way. I would, and I'm always going to say, hey, journal about it. Oh, 15. See, they're trying to keep us single while they go off to do their things. Not going to happen. I tell my son all the time, but I ain't going to be alone. Don't you worry about that. But maybe for this time until he graduates, it's you defining what that relationship is going to be like. Maybe it's not the norm. Maybe it's more casual, and society will have you feeling like casual means that's not what it has to look like, right? It could just be companionship. Hey, want to go out for a movie? Want to go for a walk in the park? Want to go see a concert? Want to go out to dinner? I would not discount or not allow yourself to experience that pleasure. And I don't know what type of relationship you're desiring, but you're definitely worthy of it. Okay, she says, I'm continuing to learn myself and what I like. Yes, all that part for sure. Continue that. Get serious about it. Put some real effort into it. put some real effort into it for sure. I would not like for us to have graduates and then be like, now what? Trying to figure it out. Now let's go on and figure that out now. Thank you for sharing. All right, we're at 4:47. I'm gonna get to getting y'all. I'm gonna pull this card, talk about what came up in the card, see how everyone feels about it, and prepare us to close out this circle for today and talk about aftercare, what you're feeling like after this session, right? And so I am pulling today from my Faces of Oshun Oracle deck. And we're going to see what follow-up messages ancestors might have us. See what Oshun is talking about. We'll see. I might pull from another deck as well. And that's one we got there. Let's see what we got. I am not surprised that with so much around pleasure that this card came up. But it is Oshun of the dance, happiness, bliss, and gratitude. All things I wish for all of us. Right? And so if you see, it looks very much like she is at carnival. If dance as if no one is watching is a person, is what's going on in this picture right here. But let's read up. It just happened to be also the cover card for the deck. So let's see what the message is. For this card. All right. So there's a quote here. I embrace the joy that fills my life and share it freely. Are you feeling stuck or uninspired? This is your cue to shake things up and wake up your spirit. This goddess embodies the dance of life itself, full of highs, lows, twists, and turns. The effervescent Oshun of the dance swivels her hips into your reading to bathe your life in bliss, glee, and radiant joy. So what to do now? Shake what your mama gave you. Shake the cobwebs off your life, release control, and the need to be, release control and be intentional about adding joyful activities to your daily routine. We spoke a lot about pleasure. This is falling in line with the pleasure message. So this is a confirmation. So when we get confirmation on a message that I've shared, it means that you really have to hone in on this for yourself. Acts of joy can raise your vibration, spark creativity and inspiration, and free you from being stuck and bored. When you honor your need for expression and happiness, you allow the divine to work her magic in other areas. Share this joy and it returns to you tenfold. If you find yourself in a persistent funk or struggling with happiness, start small. Find the little things that spark your heart, a daily freestyle dance minute, a laugh with a friend, or solo moments with your favorite diversion. Make a list of activities that bring you joy and commit to doing at least one each day. Set aside time for movement, whether it's dancing, walking, or yoga, to help shift your energy, vibe, and mindset. Embracing joy is not just a luxury, it's a transformative act of self-love that can change your entire life. All right, so her story, Oshun Ibu Anya, is one of the Camino's paths for manifestation of Oshun in Yoruba's diasporic branches. Each Camino represents a different aspect or episode in Oshun's life. Ibu Anya is associated with dance and the rhythms of the drum. Dancing is one of the ways Oshun brings joy, heals, and communicates with her devotees. And so here's a suggestion for a ritual. Turn on some uplifting music, stand on a table if you can, and dance. Focus on a specific question or intention while you move, using dance as moving meditation. When you're done, offer gratitude to the goddess. All right, so I hope that lands. I hope you take that advice. Is anyone want to speak up of who that might be that's having some stuff going on with their throat chakra, things not being said? Anyone want to share? Before I get into anything else, I want to see it. Yes, Stephanie, thank you, sis. So it is. Amen, amen, amen. Is anyone on? I'm going to give you, because I know there may be a lag. Anyone that throat chakra was that you? Who was that? Let's see. Adela said, I tend to analyze more than speak, so I don't say the wrong thing. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. I don't know if it was anyone else. But if it was just you, Adela, or for whoever else, the analyzing is keeping the truth from being spoken. That it's an underactive throat chakra. It's a doozy. It's a doozy. I don't know if it's just you, but for sure, practice more or practice less analyzing. Of course, we don't want to say things and it come out wrong and we regret having said it. But I feel the analyzing is keeping some truth from being spoken, right? So I pull the card. If anyone else who's still on would like to share, by all means, I'd love to hear what came up for you during the meditation so that we can address it. A lot of times you're on these, you attend these things and you're like, oh, she was speaking to me. You don't realize you were put in the room with everyone else because they're going through the same thing. So what you have to share most likely will bless someone else who is on today. I am sure of it. Right? So like I said, if anything else is coming up for anyone else that came up for anyone else or want to ask a question, by all means do so in the chat there. I am keeping an eye on the chat. So let's get into next steps now. Of course, this meditation today is healing meditation, group meditation. I'm so grateful and warm that you all showed up today, fully open to the process. This group session, I speak to whichever guide wants to speak up and say, hey, this thing is going on. Like I said in the beginning of the meditation, they don't provide a name. Sometimes they show up and I can describe what they're wearing. So you may know, hey, I know which ancestor that is. They may come through with personality. And so at this point, I'd like to invite you to partake of a single session, a one-on-one with me. I do offer rest as ancestral medicine sessions in threes. I named them rest as ancestral medicine because we as Black women don't get enough rest. And rest can come in many forms, right? It's not just sleep. And so when you have a session with me, I do a scan of your whole body to see what's going on, similar to what we did today with the group. And I pick up specific messages for you. I am communicating with your guides. You're getting feedback from your guides. I am able to say, hey, the sugar, right? We can dig more into what that sugar thing might be looking like for you, right? And so the 3 sessions is 3 and not 1. I find that when we do 1, I'm opening the door right? And people will, may hear some good stuff and then they're off to their own devices. But with 3 sessions, I open the door. We get together before your session. During your session, we talk. We talk after your first session. We talk in between each session to see what new things have come up. I want to know what's come up in your dreams, who's pissed you off. Did a childhood memory come up and you don't know where it came from? Did you break your arm when you were 3 and for some reason your arm has been aching, but you have not done, like, those are the types of things that come up that we address, because the body keeps score. It remembers these things that are going on. Your body is even keeping score from your mother, your grandmother, so many, mothers down your line, and you're going through a thing and you don't know why, right? And so the 3 sessions, we really get to dig in deep to see what all is going on, get some healing in your body, get to really address some things that are going on, right? And so I invite you to get more details. Of course, you can email me, ask more questions about what a one-on-one session might look like for you. And so if you're interested in the session, I am going to put the link in the chat. And like I said, you can email me at, putting that in the chat as well, info@manifestedrealities.com. More details to schedule a session would be at bit.ly/rest as medicine. And then if you have questions about one-on-one, I can answer those as well. I know that you all are typing as I'm speaking, so take your time there. Let's see. Stephanie says, oh, wait a minute, let me back up. Adela says, I journaled briefly regarding a letter to ex-husband and will burn it at a later time. Oh, take a breath with you on that one. Yes. Sometimes, y'all, you're like, I wrote this letter and I'm not feeling no different. Sometimes, and it might be for an ex-husband, that one letter ain't gonna do it. You hear what I say? It might be, you might have to keep going back, but keep at it for sure, right? When we're releasing, because new things come up and you're like, oh, now I remember the time XYZ. So you might have to repeat it. By all means, do that. Let's see. Stephanie says, I'm constantly reminding myself to watch the foods that I eat and eat less sweets and junk because nobody's trying to get sick and end up. Yes. So yes, that message was for you. Let's see. Peaches said, it came up that I'm on the right path and to keep seeking growth. Oh, you're so welcome. I'm glad that came up for you. I'm so glad that came up for you. All right. So now before I close out the circle and let you all go, I want to talk body care for after today, because the healing I set today, just like I said that I kept the energy healing going here for throat and then also at heart, that is going to continue to work on you, in you, and through you, right? And so you may experience some side effects. Everyone is different, right? So that may look like being very sleepy this evening, sleeping well, going to sleep tonight, having a bunch of weird dreams. Whatever dreams come up for y'all, be sure to journal about them. And you can most definitely email me tomorrow with dreams. I'd love to hear what dreams might come up for you. It might look like a headache that comes up in your body. It might look like feeling a little sick, a little lethargic, right? It could show up in a bunch of different ways. Just know that it is working in you. It is realigning some things. It is releasing some things. And, sometimes that process makes us feel a little blah. So drink your water, whatever amount of water that you usually drink, increase that amount of water. We spoke about feeding yourself well. It came up in the meditation. more greens, more greens, more greens, more greens, more greens. Please eat better, right? Get some sun. I hope wherever you are able to get out, get some steps in, get some sun that's going to make you feel so much better. I will be doing that once we're done here. I'm going to catch some sun before it starts to set for today. Anything else that comes up in your body you have questions about, again, email me. No problem there. I will respond. And like I said, if you have any questions about booking a one-on-one rest as ancestral medicine, by all means, read the details on the page, bit.ly/rest as medicine. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to get you into a session. I wish you all the best. Let's go on and close out. If you could close your eyes for a second. We are so grateful for today, for getting together today, for the healing that happened today, for each and every ancestor and God that showed up today for this healing session. We thank you. We ask that you continue to work with us, to guide us, to speak to us in a manner where we know it is divine and it is you there helping and guiding us. And we just are so grateful, and we thank you, and we thank you, and we thank you. And now the circle is closed. Again, I thank you all so much for joining. I'm going to have to do more of these because these are fun for me. These are definitely fun for me. I hope you all have an amazing the rest of your evening. You're welcome, Adila. The rest of your evening, and I hope this starts you off for an amazing week this week. All right, y'all. Peace. I love you. Bye.